This did not scream Tropical Baecation, y'all. I love this look. If you want to see how I got it, stay tuned. We are starting off with fresh skin. I'm going to take the Smashbox Photo Finish Control Mattifying Primer, and I'm going to put this in my T-zone area, my nose, and my forehead, just where I want to minimize any oil, any texture that might come through. Now at this point, this product is my best friend, the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick. I'm going to take the contour side, and I use this as a color corrector to cover up my dark marks. So wherever I have any dark hyperpigmentation, any shadowing that I kind of want to cover and even out, I take this, and then I go in and I straight contour my nose and my eyelids. Now I'm going to take a Real Techniques flat brush, and I'm going to bounce this all out over my skin and make sure it's even, make sure it's covering at the same time. Here you see me taking Marigold Glow by Juvia's Place, and I'm going to use this to underpaint my blush. Now, this is a beautiful orange tone, but it also has kind of like these little small gold glitter reflexes in it that give you that healthy glow, that healthy shine that you kind of look for and you want when you're on vacation, when you're somewhere tropical, when your skin is tanned. So I go in with 2 layers of this, and then I'm going to grab my NYX Pro Sticks, and I'm going to actually just start concealing my under eye with this. My forehead too, my nose, I bring it down a little bit and kind of drag my eyes up to kind of sculpt it. And then I'd like to do around my mouth just to conceal that. Taking a fluffy concealer brush, I'm just tapping this product right on out to give me some coverage and to stick with this kind of like warm, bronzy, suntan look. You see that my concealer is a bit more orange than usual. It's not super light, but a little more orange, a little more color that I would actually wear in the summertime. But here I am going to go in with a lighter concealer just to kind of give that ombre effect. I feel like going in with 2 concealers kind of makes your complexion a bit more realistic instead of just having one, because you don't want to look too flat. So here I'm taking it on the eyelids, of course, forehead, bridge of the nose, and then I'm going to do my under eye and blend down and up. After your concealer, take your blush brush and just reblend everything on out for a nice smooth looking blush. I'm going to take my Juvia's Place bronzer palette, and I'm going to set my eyelids with the lightest shade, the one that's on top, just to kind of make sure everything is even as I prepare to deepen my crease and give it some shape. You know, I want it to be bronzed just like my face, so my eyes don't look too flat. So now I'm going to set the nose and the forehead, and then go in with that deeper bronzer color and a small eyeshadow brush. And you see I'm working in the crease in the outer corner and kind of building it up, swiping back and forth to give it like a darker bronzy look. Gonna do that with my nose too. And then I'm going to take another concealer. Notice that this concealer is a little more neutral than the other ones I've been using. So this is not as yellow, not as orange as the one I used before. And I think using like 2 to 3 concealers just gives you a great look. Grabbing my Lip Bar SPF Skin Tint, I'm going to take this and just place it over the areas where I want that extra bronziness. So forehead, to make my forehead smaller, and then of course my cheeks, bottom of my cheeks, and my jawline where I'm a little bit darker, I'm a little more bronzed, where I get a little darker also where I tan. And I'm just going to nicely blend that out with a straight foundation brush. I'm going to put the extra on my nose just to contour my nose, and then we're done. Now I'm going to blend out that concealer one more time with the same brush I used to blend out my other concealers, but I want to take my time, make sure I'm tapping it out, make sure it's just nice and even. Alright, before I set or add anything else, I'm just going to take a clean brush and blend and tap everything out to pick up any extra product. You'll see here in a minute on my brush when I hold it up, it picked up all that extra product. Grabbing my Juvia's Place Warrior palette, I'm going to take the bronzy shade, and I'm going to just increase the bronziness that I already had set down a little earlier, giving it a little more warmth, a little more oranginess, and I'm connected it to my nose contour. Then I'm going to take this bronzy shimmer color, I'm going to place that right on top of my lid, and I want to keep it on the outer corner just because I'm going to do a highlight. So I'm going to try and make sure I'm putting it as precisely as I can with my finger. I like to apply my shimmers with my finger because I feel like I can build them up better instead of with a brush with this specific formula. So here I'm taking just a regular gold shade and I'm placing that in the center to kind of create a highlight and bring attention to the center of my eyeballs. Now here I did pick up a small Packer eyeshadow brush and I took that bronzy shade and I just wanted to detail the front of the eye, the inner corner that's kind of hard to get with the finger. I use a small brush to kind of drag it along the crease and fill everything in and make it nice and even. And then I take that golden shade and I put it right on the tear duct just to bring attention there to give it a pop of color. Now I'm going in with the Wet n Wild, I believe this is like a base stick in the shade Blue. And I'm going to line my lower lash line with this color. It's going to take me a minute. You got to kind of layer this and build it up. But you got to kind of be patient to make sure your eyes don't water and you don't mess up your concealer. So take your time, slow down, take a deep breath, you know, go back in. After I have applied my lashes, I felt like I needed to add more. So I went in with a whole nother layer. You have to kind of build this color up just to get it like deep and dark like I like it. I wanted to set this stick, so I'm going to use these two blue shades in this Makeup Revolution. I believe this is Makeup Revolution. I'm going to mix those two blue shades on a eyeliner brush and I'm just going to stamp this wherever I put that blue eyeliner on to set it and to kind of brighten it up because I felt like the stick was a little too dark and I wanted the under eye to be a bit more brighter. So you see here I'm picking it up and I'm just stamping it right on where you see the eyeliner. If you have sensitive eyes, I would recommend doing this before you do your base, before you do your concealer, because you can get powder and you can get a watery eye situation. So now I'm going to take my Maybelline powder foundation. I'm going to set the areas where I place down that skin tint. Because it is light and it's a sheer formula, I wanted to give a little bit more coverage, so I'm going in to set it with a powder foundation. I am a fan of using a brush to lay things down and then to pack it into the skin with a sponge, just because I feel like the sponge helps just seep into the pores, seep into the cracks and the crevices that you're trying to get that a brush might not pick up. So now I'm going to take this NYX bronzer and I'm going to bronze up my cheek area just to kind of create a gradient around my blush to keep that warm suntan golden look going. Now I'm going to take my Juvia's Place powder blush that corresponds with Marigold Glow. I'm going to go in with the dark color first and put that on the apples of my cheek. And I'm going to build it up slowly with a couple layers because I am blush crazy. I love blush, as you can see. But now I'm going to take the lighter shade and I like to place that like right up under the corner of my eye to kind of give like that ombre effect that a lot of people love with blush. And I feel like it just makes your blush look way more realistic when you build it up this way and you use both of the shades. Then I take another brush that has no blush product on it and I just use that to kind of blend, diffuse, tap out any extra product that I might have put down and kind of work those two blush colors in together to give you a more ombre-ish look. I'm going to take this peach setting powder by Makeup Revolution that I almost dropped. I'm going to put some in the cap, grab my light setting brush, place it in my hand, and I'm going to lightly set my under eye, my forehead, and I think I set my nose as well. Yep, the side of my nose here with that peach powder. Going in with peach, just trying to keep that orange, bronzy, warm feeling going on in my skin. Because I feel like if I went in with a yellow under eye powder, it would have been too harsh. It would have not melted into the skin like this peach color. If you have a round face like me and you want to emphasize your cheeks, I go right under my blush and my contour with that light powder just to kind of sculpt my face and give it a little more like snatched look. So I'm going to dust off that extra powder that I have, work it into the skin, go back with that light blush color because I feel like I needed a little more just to blend it right back on out. Then I took another darker orange blush and I felt like I just needed this. Like this just put the whole look together. it added that third color to my blush, and it kind of layered it and gave it like a 3-level ombre effect that I really wanted. So now I'm going in with this golden highlighter from that same Ruby Kisses blush palette, and I'm gonna place that on my cheeks, my nose, center of my nose, my little button nose, and then we're done with that. I'm now going to take my Juvia's Place contour palette that I used earlier. I'm going to contour my nose just to give it some more dimension in the middle of my face, because I didn't want it to be too blank. Now I'm going in with that Wet n Wild Bare Focus setting powder, or finishing powder, my bad, finishing powder. I'm going to set the under eye in just again one more time. And I feel like the peach and this color worked well together and gave me that like final kiss. I feel like my makeup is never done if I don't do this step, just because it blurs everything out. Going back in with that blush brush, because after every layer you gotta blend it right back out. Grabbing the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Finish Setting Spray, I'm gonna set my face, spray generously. Make sure I melt down all those powders in that product. Then I'm going to dry it with my hand fan. And then we're going to go in with another setting spray. Yes, a mattifying one. This NYX matte setting spray. Just because sometimes I feel like in the summer when it's hot, when it's warm, I need something to set it, to kind of suck up that extra oil, to make sure I'm not too oily, I'm not too glowy. Here is an unedited close-up of my skin, what we're looking like, the glow, everything, the color. Yeah, I don't like her. She's not giving vacation. I don't know. We're taking her off. Alright, what are we gonna do now? No lip? No lip?
Hell we gonna do now?
I don't know. Sometimes it's Espresso by Juvia's Place. Yeah. I want to try something that I used to do back in the day whenever I did like a tropical sunset makeup look. Maybe I'm going back to it just because it feels universal and it feels like what I should always do when I have a lot going on with the eyes. But we'll see. I'm gonna take the She Glam. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, not. Then I'm gonna take, OGs know what this is, Elf Praline. If you used to watch Aaliyah J, Praline was that girl. Everybody was running to get Elf Praline. This is old, but I love this color. No, I know it's like, girl, this is giving 90s. We're gonna lighten it up. We're gonna lighten it up. I don't have what I used to use, which is like Abu Dhabi by NYX. Give me a second. Yeah, I used to have Abu Dhabi. I might need to order another one. She used to be like my perfect nude, but now I picked up Athens because Athens is supposed to be a little lighter. So let's see. Usually always put her in the middle and blot her out. And because I always wanted my lipstick to like last just a little longer, I would take my setting powder, which I'm gonna take that peach powder I used earlier, tap a little into my hand. I would take a clean finger, pick up that powder, and I would just set the lip, because the NYX matte creams, they dry down, but if you're layering them and like you're putting it on, it takes a minute to dry down, and I didn't have time to wait for that. So I always would go in with just my setting powder, and that kind of just mattified everything even more. Now, of course, because I like super defined lips, I go back in and redefine my edges. And reblend. But I feel like I'm still missing something. See, this is what happens. And people are like, what's the lip combo? And I'd be like, it's like 6 different things, girl. Like, so serious. Because I feel like I'm missing something else. I'm gonna try and find something else. I wish I had the lighter one, but yeah, this is what we got. Just to lighten it a little more. And now I think I should go back in with Candy Pink. I think I like this better. I have this like random lip oil somebody got. I won it at a baby shower. Somebody probably got it from Five Below, or you know, one of those stores. I always push out a dollop on the back of my hand, and I always take a smaller brush. I'm gonna take this one because my lip brush is not clean, and pick up a dollop of that and just glaze it right on top of the lips without disturbing the blend that we already have too much. And I make sure to get the corners and everything else. And then you have like that hyper shine lip that I love, especially with matte skin. All right, beauties, that is the end of this look. As you can see, it all came together in the end with the earrings. She was looking good. Yeah. Even though that first one was a fail, and the brow pencils and all that was giving me trouble, we made it. We did it, as you can see. And this look is glasses approved, y'all. Look how good it looks. That is all I have for you all, though. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share if you want to see more makeup looks. And make sure you share this with somebody who wants a good vacation look, y'all. Bye.